mate. This year we're going large here.
Yeah.
We're going large.
We should leave this bit in, and we should like mute everything where we say his name, just so people are wondering like who the big guest is.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, I reckon that'd be good as.
We are recording,
and
so
we'll just be rolling in now to episode 54. Is that right?
54, mate. That's it.
Of the 9 to 5 Fitness podcast.
It's a big one. And I'm excited. And Higo, thanks so much for coming. We really appreciate it. Firstly, Gab, how did you sleep? How are you feeling? What's the go? Give us the rundown.
How did I sleep? Slept decently. Had a friend sleep over.
Yeah, righto.
So yeah, we were just having a good sleepover. You know how it is.
Yep.
Played a bit of Xbox last night.
Yeah, played a bit of Xbox, bit of Fortnite.
Yep. Good
How did you sleep, Higo?
Pretty well. Played yesterday, and then always tired after the match, and I had to be up early this morning though for weights at the club, so 6-7 hours, lads and ladies.
Yep, that's the way.
And yourself?
Yeah, slept really well. Actually,
no, you didn't.
No, I was a bit hungover this morning. Not gonna lie. Had a couple last night. But no, feeling really good now. I'm excited for the podcast.
I'm not.
This time, like last night, so we had Higo on. I forgot what episode it was, but earlier days.
20 something. 29.
Episode
was
29.
I'll put it down in the book.
Like I was pretty nervous for that one. Not gonna lie, it's our first real big hitter.
Do we want to chat about why you were nervous at all? Like the preface of it?
That?
Oh, we totally
let's chat about it.
So, like, there's a bit of backing to this. Like the night before, we were out and
we're out with Joey Woodley.
and went and had a couple of beers. You know, like
Xavier boy.
TikTok. Yeah, Xavier boy. That's it.
Yeah.
TikTok thing was taking off. It was going really well. And then I think I got back to my now ex's apartment, and she essentially told me she didn't love me, which is fine.
Yeah.
But I didn't sleep. As you'd expected. A few other things went on, but I'm not going to get into that on the podcast. So I rolled into that with about an hour and a half sleep. We needed to be on our games as usual with like a big podcast, getting a big guest on. You're like,
anyway.
You're the big guest, mate. As usual, like everything goes wrong. Sure enough, like things were going wrong, and it was stressful. But mate, you were so good about it. Like you were so chilled. You kept saying to us because we kept kind of fucking up, and he goes, "But mate, guys, just chill out. It's all good. Like don't stress."
So you had your heart broken. You had not a wink of sleep.
Yep.
We had our biggest guest yet on.
Yep.
And we still got the job done.
I feel like there was a bit of a kind of trend there because I feel like we had another big podcast or there's something big happened. I can't remember exactly what it was, and something happened to you like the day before or the night before as well. I feel like it might have been the live at Melbourne Central. We were pre-showing for Dylan Friends, and I think something happened to you in your love life. We don't need to go into it.
Yeah, don't need to go into it. Yeah.
But yeah, some wild stuff happens. So anyway, I slept well, and thanks so much to everyone for tuning in. We, Gab and I are having a couple of beers or drinks. I'm on the wines. You're on the gins.
He's having some amino acids with creatine.
Well, actually, he's not allowed to because
he
brought his own over.
Yeah, BYO. But yeah, anyway, so let's get into it. Higo, how's pre-season going, mate? You're coming into a big season. Saints for the premiership. I'm looking forward to it.
Nah, I've been pretty solid pre-season. Had a new high performance manager, which has been really good. Changed up programs and been getting smashed every day like everyone does. Everyone does in pre-season, but mate, we get paid for that sort of stuff, so we're gonna do it. Unfortunately. Yeah,
a couple of questions on top of that. So, firstly, what do you reckon is the hardest session you've done this pre-season? Like talk us through it. Like how has it cooked you? What's I saw on the AFL app the other day someone was doing 25 400s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I forgot who it was.
That wasn't us.
GWS.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
GWS, madmen.
Yeah.
We played. Well, we did a session down at Brighton Gummer because the ground at Moorabbin is getting redone. Should be smick.
Yeah.
We did a few 1Ks. Heavy session on the legs, footy training session, and then we did 3 1Ks and then more, and then the session just kept dragging on. I think for me personally, I don't think it's more the running that sort of kills me. It's more how hot it is.
Yeah,
so
right.
You get a 20-degree day, 22-degree day, and then running's not as hard. But when you get a 35, and it's been 35 for the last few days, humidity's in the air, you're sweating bullets. That's when it kills you. 35 in Melbourne is brutal as well. It's different to 35 in Perth, which is a bit more kind of manageable. 35 in Melbourne is...
It's just so dry.
Yeah.
It's
it's painful.
Not
second to that, so you said you get paid for that to rock up to training. I saw Nathan Buckley was on one of those bloody...
I'm a celebrity, get me
shows.
out there.
Yeah, that's the one. And he used to say to his players, or he used to think, like, I don't get paid to play because I love that. I get paid to train. Is that the kind of mindset you take into it?
Not really. Bucks is a legend of the game, and I really respect his opinion. Yeah. But for me and the team, it's all about performance on game day. So I think, for me personally, the better I perform, the more I get paid, and the better the team does, the better the organisation goes, the team stays together more, etc., etc. So I think, obviously, I love training, but games is where you earn, because you can be the best trainer all off season. But if you don't prove it on game day, it's just like you can be the best player on the golf world tour, but if you're not winning the
Have you seen players like that that'll consistently stand out in training, but it's pretty rare on game day where they actually show up?
Not really, because I think a lot of your training where you do train well is where you come out in game. Because I've hardly seen a bloke, maybe one or two, that train terribly and then can do it on game day. I think you train is how you play. But at the end of the day, it's all about performance. And then unfortunately, I'm in a game where you get judged on how well you played, or if not, no one cares what you did during the weekend. No one cares if you had 100 beers, or if you train poorly. So all that matters is how you perform on game day. Other than that, everything else is BS.
On a Saturday.
That's why I don't think people really understand is it's all about performance on game day. It's not about, geez, this bloke's a freak runner, he can run a 3K, geez, he can bench press 120. It's about
only 120.
400 for you. But how he actually performs on game day. If it's a small forward, is he putting pressure on, he's kicking goals, or if it's tall forward, he's kicking goals. So other than that, then you're not doing your role, or you're not kicking goals, you get playing the seconds. And then at the end of the day, you're looking at the coach comes up. This is what I really think is the coach comes up to you and says, or the list man, and he goes, "You're just not good enough, mate." And you go, "Oh, but you're delisted." No, you know all you know in footy. So at the end of the day, it's all about game day and how well you prepare for game day. So everything's like doing your weights, doing your running, doing your pre-season is about actually performing on game day. Nothing else but game day.
Do you find like so like you got 2Ks or 3Ks at the Saints, in pre-season and stuff. Do you think that actually like the time you run? Do you think that actually translates to selection, or it translates to like, how many games you're going to get? Because like I feel like there's a lot of pressure on it with the AFL, and there's a lot of people freaking out about it. Zach Fisher was saying like he gets so nervous before it, like he's almost vomiting, and then he goes out, he runs it, and like you feel good after. But do you reckon that's like actually decides whether you're bloody going to get a game or not?
No. Simple answer, no. You can be the best runner in the world. At the end of the day, you got to get the footy, or you got to have something well. Like I feel like me personally, that winning the 2K time trial, when I'm not the best 3K, so I'm a bit biased.
Yeah, right.
But I think people think I've got to run a really good time. Is like this has got to be like, obviously it's good to run a good 3K, come back in good shape. But at the end of the day, you have to get the football, or you have to play position, because other than that, anything's BS. Like it doesn't matter how good you are 3K. Like it doesn't matter how good your training are. It's all about game day. And when you're up for selection between you and him, maybe it counts as 1 to 2%. Geez, he can run better than him. Yeah. Maybe that comes in a bit of a thing. But other than that, it's all about game day and how well you can get the footy, or how well you can play your role. They're not going to go like, oh, Louis is going to be in the team because you can run a 20-minute 5K.
Sub 25K.
25-minute 5K, mate. Well done.
Roll through.
Take the truckies off, mate.
I'll wind you up on the clock.
Going back to that delisted point, it's so sad when you see some jet who was around your age, top APS bloke, just all the accolades, and 3 years later, 4 years later, it's like delisted, and they say, "Oh, thanks for all the memories, but it wasn't meant to be," whatever. And it's like, fuck, that's so sad, honestly. Like, because you probably played with them or something, and they were a jet, and it's just like sad how it is.
The thing I really find another thing, under everyone who gets delisted or this, that, whatever, leave a footy club, it's like they leave, basically kick you up the arse. Yeah. They go, "Thank you, John Smith, for your time at footy club. You're always welcome back at the footy club."
Of course.
Well, if you're getting delisted, I don't think you come back. You're very welcome. You're going to be mates with the blokes there, but you're not going, "Oh, cheers, whoever the coach
20% off for the tickets at the game.
Yeah, the game. Like, you're going to get there as quick as you can, pack your bags there as quick as you can.
I feel like he was on a Dylan Friends episode where they were talking about, I got retired on Instagram. So, they didn't get the big press conference, like Chris Judd, he's retiring, press conference, like wife and kids, thank them, everyone who's helped me along the way. It's like, no, I retired on Instagram, put up a post, look, my time at, Melbourne's finished.
I think everyone, you got to do it. If you know you're going to go, you got to do Dill Valley. Or did he retire before, or did he get the flick?
Oh, well, I think retired, but
you're gonna. Oh yeah, you gotta go out and retire.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know much about what happened there, but I know he's done. It's the same as Dan Gorringe, isn't it? Like,
yeah, he retired.
They didn't necessarily make it as like amazing football players, but they did really well with other stuff. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, his podcast is incredible.
Exactly.
And like big personalities as well. Dill's like a real pioneer in terms of like especially like footballers and stuff talking about mental health. Just men talking about mental health and just like putting yourself out there.
But in regards to the actual football careers, was that kind of the case? They were playing, but they got delisted or something. Was that the go?
Yeah, like I think Dill was playing in the threes at one point. Yeah. So it's coming in hot.
Yeah. Good clubman.
Yeah, good
great
clubman.
Footballer.
Yeah,
great clubman.
Yeah, exactly. You get around the boys kind of thing. But I was listening to a podcast the other day. It was Mitch Robinson was on the Gypsy Tales. If you know, it's a motocross podcast. Very random. Anyway,
big podcast.
Huge podcast.
Bigger than ours.
Much bigger. Just had Dan Ricardo. So must be nice.
Bit bigger. Right,
and he was saying like Dill, like he was shit at footy. It's like, no, Dill wasn't, like Dill played AFL. Like, do you know how good even to get one game to play AFL, you have to be a fucking jet. Like it's not comprehensible to like the normal kind of,
no shit.
local footballer. Yeah. So although he got delisted,
I think Dill played 43 games and he was a really good player, don't get me wrong. But like when people say, this ain't just going for Dill, but he wasn't a good player. He wasn't doing this. He wasn't that. Well, he's played 43 more games than you. And I think everyone's boyhood dream, I think yours, most other people, my dream was to play AFL
100%,
footy.
100%, mate.
So play one, let alone 43 times. 100%. That's an awesome effort.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. We've got some big things coming this year. Anyway, 9 to 5 Fitness, we're growing. Here you go.
Love it.
We're getting bigger, mate. You were on episode 29.
I was actually BSing you. I didn't know.
I reckon you're right.
Oh, hopefully.
I reckon you're bang on. We'll check that. But exciting times. We're growing. We're Gab's powerlifting hard.
Looking big.
I'm running. He's looking big, isn't he? He's looking big.
A few saunas, the great man.
But yeah, he loves a sauna. You love a sauna. How's the sauna going for you? Do you find it helps?
I love just marinating. I love just having chats with Gabe and all that, and just talking about life in general.
Yeah, bloody oath.
Because most people talked to me about footy most times, and I love talking about footy. Don't get me wrong, but it's good just talking about life in general and just stuff that's going on, not just what it's like, but blokes that you used to know, you used to go to school. We've had a few good chats about blokes we used to go to school with.
Oh, really?
Et cetera, et cetera, and it's just...
Yeah, they're probably listening, mate.
Yeah, they probably are. But no, it's good. Just love a sauna.
Yes, sauna's a fantastic crack. And we've, 9 to 5 Fitness was pretty much built on the back of a sauna. Like, some of our biggest business meetings were in a sauna.
I think the sauna just facilitates really authentic chats, to be honest.
Yeah, no phones, no nothing.
No phone. Yeah, that's a big one, actually. Maybe that's...
Unless you're playing a bit of Juice WRLD or Cardi B.
Yeah, well, even still, the phone's at the bottom so it doesn't overheat. Yeah. So, yeah, we rocked up to Bentley Fitness Centre, the Mecca, the other day.
Where we started training. And, it was me, Higo and Pierce, the Caulfield grammarians, taking over. And we brought the speaker into the steam room, blasting a bit of 21 Savage, bit of Juice WRLD. Yep.
But yeah, you're bang on, Higo. The sauna just facilitates great chat. And I think it could be the removal of that phone. No one's distracted. You're kind of locked in with the people you're there with.
Yeah, like you even... I didn't chat to this bloke, but you were chatting to him and Peace was chatting to him, having a good chat, so...
Yeah, you thought you were too good.
The big dog.
You boys are talking about physics or something. 99
physics, were we? We're talking about building saunas or something because he had a sauna in his house.
He's
Pierce was locked in for that conversation.
He wanted. That's what I remind you about after.
Okay, well, make sure you remember. For those listening, he was like, I got to tell you something about this guy. I remembered it, and then he just blanked.
No, he started talking about it, got distracted.
And then he forgot about it again.
Forgot again.
Incredible. I just want to know what it is.
I don't know, Ander.
Yeah.
Oh no. Mate, you better remember.
Oh no.
Jeez. Anyway, on to the next.
On to the next.
Yeah.
Well, the next is I mean, unless you got any more small talk.
Nah, go for it. I know you're ready to rip into this.
Yeah, mate. I uploaded a TikTok today on the day of recording, and it was about like how to stop smoking and or vaping, and we pretty much said just stop. You know, which is a little bit of a piss take. Obviously, there's addiction. But, mate, the comments on that video, this fucking sense of entitlement from some of our followers, or maybe they're not even followers, just random people on the FYP, is incredible. And it's really, it's itched me the wrong way, Gab. Not going to lie.
Mate, all the people going like, lads, this is so insensitive. Like, you can't just stop.
Yeah, you can't do this. And it's like, it got me thinking. So, Ricky Gervais, who's a fantastic comedian, he talks about the fact of, like, you can't, with his comedy, so like he'll say, let's say he says 100, or let's say he says 10 things and you get offended by one, but you laughed at 9. It's like you can't be necessarily offended at that one just because it affects you. You laughed at the other 9. That is the same with us. That is the same thing. Like we have made jokes about how to stop wanking. Just stop. And they laughed. They loved it. They found it hilarious. This one, how to stop smoking, these little nicotine addicted skeletons
Come out of the...
Yeah, they're coming out of the woodwork and they're going, nah. They're going, lads, and like literally this is the comment, boys, you just can't post this. No, mate. No,
we
Brian,
bloody well can.
We fucking can, and we fucking will.
Yeah.
And we'll continue to do so. If you don't like it, then unlucky.
Honestly, it's just what makes you so special to think you just can't quit smoking.
Literally.
What is wrong with your head? Just fucking put the thing down. I'll slap it out of your mouth for you, mate. Just like, it's like, oh, because you've been bloody vaping this whole thing at your desk playing Fortnite the whole time. Like,
and I'm not making any apologies here. I'm not saying sorry for what we did. I'm not saying sorry for what we said. We are not getting cancelled. But what I am saying is this comes from a good place in our heart.
Yeah.
We want you to stop smoking. We're sick of it, mate. Your lungs, that comment section was full of fucking coughed up lungs.
look, mate, I'll be honest. I'll go out, I have a toke or two of the vape. There is nothing within me wanting to pick that thing back up. When I was on exchange in Malaysia, it was part of the culture to smoke there because they were so cheap. Indonesia, those kind of countries, everyone's smoking from since they come out of the womb. And I was smoking over there too. And it's like, when I came back to Australia, I was like, no, you got to pull your head in, mate. Put the thing down. I'm not going to lie. A dart was bloody delicious over there. Don't get me wrong. And it was delicious, same thing when I got back. But it's just like...
You just don't do it.
Mate, this is affecting your health. It has all of these...
Mental health.
It has all these ramifications here. Like... Just put the bloody thing down.
Pretty simple.
I don't know. Maybe if you've built up a long-term use of like 40 years, it's a bit more difficult. But you've probably just, if you've done it for 40 years, you just don't know what discipline is in putting the thing down because you've just done it for so long and you kind of dug yourself a hole.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's like, eventually you will have to like wean off it or something. I don't know what the go is, but...
I saw a good comment today. Actually, like the most effective way to get over smoking is to do a cold, hard stop. Like, what do you mean? So you smoke 10 a day, maybe then you smoke 5. Like, fucking hell, bro.
This day I'll smoke 10, then I'll smoke 9, then I'll smoke 8.
Doesn't work like that.
Yeah, I don't know. What other addictions? Like there's gambling and stuff like that. Like,
fuck, same thing, kind of thing, hey?
It's like, brother, your wife and kids have left you and your house is gone and you're over leveraged into anything. It's probably time to put the sports bet down, mate.
You're probably not going to win. Although we do say those losses can't run forever, I reckon they can, Higo.
Yeah.
I reckon. And the unfortunate thing is addiction takes over people's lives. And I've seen it happen to too many people in my personal life and like just celebrities and stuff, and they just can't handle it and it gets away from them. And I think, it's all right. And especially famous people. People just go along with it because they're famous, got a lot of money, and then all of a sudden it all dries up. Or
it's gone.
They're dead, and then all of a sudden, where all them people gone?
Yeah, bloody oath.
Yeah.
That's always
very
the way.
sad.
And I might be a little bit outspoken here because I've never gambled $1 in my 23 years of existence. But the people who develop those algorithms behind the gambling websites, you better believe they're a whole lot smarter than you are. You're not going to be outperforming the market on a consistent basis. Like they literally have algorithms, computers in place, making sure that they have. Like,
there's a reason why there's things that is $1.05.
Yeah. They just get you.
They just get ya. And another thing is
Winksy at $1.05. Ooh, she looks tasty.
good multi-builder.
Good multi. We love a multi. We love a multi. But no, it's true. And back to the vaping, Gab. Like, look, I notice, obviously, Higo, he doesn't vape. He can't vape because he plays AFL.
Yeah.
But if I go out on, like, let's say have a big night out, you and I will share a vape, whatever.
Yeah,
It is what it is.
safe,
I
boys.
notice the lungs, like, at training on Monday.
Oh, mate, no shit.
Oh, shit.
It's
It
like when
hurts.
you're running a 5K, like a quick 5K, or I'm on
Yeah.
the bike and I'm trying to like hold someone's wheel. It's like, it makes you think, dude, I never want to smoke another vape again. It's just like when I go out, like, and we're not even like vapors. We'll go out once a fortnight and have a toke of it. You can feel it, mate, 100%.
Yeah.
So
No good.
it just makes you like, you literally do feel it in the lungs.
Do you reckon there's any AFL players who are vapors? Obviously, we're not going to ask for names. But
Mate, like with anything,
yeah.
there probably is, and there probably not. I don't know, but definitely probably is.
yeah, right. I get what you're saying. No, I think there'd be a lot of that, especially in the AFL. Like, although like the running is cooked and stuff, but I reckon there'd be some hectic stuff going on.
Yeah.
Like there would be some crazy addictions. There'd be some like blokes rocking up to train. You know, we heard about Max Gorn having a dart before training.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear of like, like Chris Judd was like a pack a day smoker and it's just like no one knew about it. How good would that be? I mean, not that we condone
A lot of
it,
things
but
happen behind closed doors.
I bet, exactly.
Not in AFL, but just in general life.
Yeah, sure.
Like when no one's watching, like you don't know what people are doing.
Of course. And blokes...
You guys don't know what we're doing. We might be smoking a pack of darts today and we don't tell
We might
you.
be pack a day.
So you just got to question everyone. You really don't know what you've been
Keep
sold.
questioning.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully those TikTok commenters have stopped crying.
But I think those TikToks have been doing well because we've been charting quite a lot and the podcast has been doing well.
Yep.
Well, you know what? More people that comment on your thing means they actually care. So it's
yeah,
good.
exactly. It's good for the algorithm.
Yep.
So we can't complain.
I wonder what kind of little shorts we're going to chop up from this podcast.
I think there's going to be... there's already a few good ones is what I'm thinking, to be honest.
Been on fire early.
Yeah, fire early. That's good. That's what we want. But no, it's a wild time to be part of the...
I'll give you some muck later, mate.
We
I
got
got two different ones. They're really good.
We'll have you looking sharp.
I got... What do you use for your hair?
Oh, shit stuff like mousse or something.
Oh,
like,
you get it from Coles?
Yeah, Coles.
Fucking rookie.
Yeah, no.
No, you got to go get the stuff from either Hair House Warehouse or
premium.
or you got to go to your local barber because they have the stuff that's not in Coles and it's just like better quality.
What about when the barber puts it in your hair and you feel $1 million bucks, but then straight away you go home
Feel
and
$1
have a
million
shower?
I can't. Can you deal with the itch?
No, I
can't do the itch.
I'm the
straight
opposite,
home.
okay? The barber
You
puts
are.
gel in and completely fucks it up and he like spikes it up. He does this, he does that, and it's like, brother, you put it the wrong way. And You made me look like an absolute doofus here. And so, yeah, the ones I use, I like a bit of muck. I like a bit of uppercut as
MK.
well. Do you know uppercut?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff. So I have both of those in my little toiletries bag. And
In the Gucci.
Nah, mate, I've just got the Manscaped one, our sponsor. So
Oh, Manscaped.
Yeah.
Manscaped, we got to run that sponsor.
Cuts
do a
and
plug-in
no
later.
cuts and itches, I heard.
Yeah. Oh, you can't say 100% it's against a contract because apparently if you... No, I can't say that. If you're a silly... Sorry, guys. I don't want to get cancelled. If you're silly enough, you can still cut yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you, have do you have a Manscaped, Hig?
I don't.
Yeah. What do you use?
Oh,
Like
I'll give you.
scissors?
What do you
I
mean?
got one. I'll give you one.
Yeah,
I've
Manscaped.
used it a bit, but yeah.
Just a hairy man.
You're a hairy man, are you?
Manscaped, if you're listening, you're missing out on a huge opportunity by
I
an
reckon-
unsigned athlete here.
I reckon that's some of the most shit I've copped is like having well kept pubes and going into a footy change room, having a shower after a game. What
dude.
the fuck? no, lads.
You don't understand.
You don't understand.
Yeah.
Gotta keep it.
What, a bunch of blokes that get no action. What's to go?
I don't know. mate.
Surely that's the thing. Like,
Yeah. Well, you got to keep it.
you got to keep it tidy.
Each their own.
Yeah, fair enough then.
You just let it grow, do you?
Different when you have a missus, I guess.
Yeah, it must be nice.
Yeah.
Dropping
Lads,
big
this is just
notes.
dribble here.
This is dribble. But that's good. You know what? If you are listening to this podcast, hopefully maybe people are driving. I listen to podcasts before I fall asleep.
On the way to
Yeah, training.
country.
Out to the country.
Yeah.
That's when I listen to a good podcast. And if you're listening to this is not an interview. We are not interviewing Jack Higgins today. Jack Higgins, you are a fly on the wall of a conversation while we have a few beers. He goes on the waters, and we're gonna.
I told Hig we're not even going to chat about footy, and we probably chatted about footy for
the
too
last
long.
40 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
No, we love it though.
Yeah, we love it. Well, no more footy talk. What
Yeah.
else do we have?
What even is footy?
I don't know. I don't
Dunno.
I hate footy.
Yeah. So you've been listening to my playlist. Do you like him?
Mate, I actually really do. I was a bit upset the other week, and I listened to Not My Feels. It's
Yes, I'm not in my feels.
really good songs. I like listening to that when I'm upset.
Yeah.
Everyone goes through a bit in their life, and I was just a bit upset at the time, and something went wrong, and then I was listening to that, and obviously it doesn't make you feel better. But
well, it makes you kind of acknowledge your feelings, which I think is good. You kind of let them breathe a bit.
I feel like listening to music and how the mood is like meditating for me a bit. It really feels like I'm not in the zone, but let's say I'm happy, I'm listening to happy music, or I'm sad, I'm listening to sad music. As much people go, oh, what are you doing that, listen to that sort of shite for? It just makes me feel like I'm just meditating and in the moment. Like I'm sad. I want to be happy all the time, but fortunately
I think you got to go through the lows to experience the highs. Otherwise, it's just you're tripping. Yeah.
As a great man said to me one day, said you got to ride the highs with the highs and the lows with the lows.
Yeah.
I think one of the best things I've heard was actually from our coach Josh Barlia. He said it to you, Gab, and you relayed it onto me, which was you learn to enjoy like the lows. Like, I mean, yeah, girls and guys, like when you're flat, like when you're feeling really shit, is actually a sense of like, actually I'm enjoying this emotion. Like, although you feel horrible, it's really good to kind of like live in it and feel it. And I think music does that. Like I used to love, you know, when I was going through the breakup and stuff, like fucking listening to Dean Lewis and just being flat as fuck. But it's like, I'm feeling it.
Driving down to the beach, soak it all in.
Literally doing 3 laps of beach road, just enjoying it.
Yeah, like when I was like year 11, year 11, and then like I'd like literally like I really liked the girl, and then like she didn't like me back, and I was like,
flat.
I listened to like Drake.
What a
and
fucking
like,
idiot. That's all I'm saying.
She's forgetting that one.
No, I was listening to Drake and all that sort of stuff, and I was like, you know what I mean? It makes you not that like you want to be upset, but like sometimes it's good to be upset. And,
Well, you're feeling it. It's good.
It's like say like it's fine to be upset. Like you don't have to be happy all the time. I know a lot of people who are upset and give you a message. I know like if you go to your next door neighbour or your mate, I know and say, oh mate, I'm not feeling that well, or I'm going through this. Like it's the best conversation you'll ever have, because you can get off your chest. It's better than being like, Gabe, I'm depressed. Like I just keep it to myself. But then I'm willing to mate, and you can help me out with my problems and all that sort of stuff. So
I like doing both. I like having that conversation with a mate, because that helps open up your perspective on things, but also feeling those feelings by yourself. Playing that playlist, having a shower with the headphones in.
The beats.
Headphones.
Literally. Jabra, we're sponsored.
Yeah, Jabra.
Jabra.
But yeah, a bit of 21 Savage, Ball Without You. Some other, a bit of Frank Ocean in there, a bit of sad Tyler the Creator songs. Juice, of course.
Juice is good.
All girls are the same.
Yeah.
Mate,
hard.
are they ever?
Oh.
I'm kidding. Yeah. Can't go around saying that, Juice.
You can't say that.
Jared, as they call him, Jared
Higgins, JH.
Yeah.
Great man.
Good
but
initials.
definitely a big fan of feeling those feelings, to be honest. I'm a real feeler.
Yeah, I think it's something we've learned, especially over the last year, Gab. We moved in together, and all this shit went wrong, fucking relationships, all that, and you got to learn to deal with it. Otherwise, and especially when you're on your own, mate, you got to figure your shit out. Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble. And I love that saying, like, it's okay to be okay. Oh, sorry. What is it? It's okay to not be okay. Well, it's like, that's kind of bullshit, because it's not. It's okay to not be okay, but it's not okay to not do anything about it. Like, you need to act upon it. If you're feeling shit, don't just sit there and just like.
Don't get me wrong. I think you do. Like, there is a time for sitting there, but don't allow yourself to sit there for too long. Is my thing. Don't just sit there feeling sorry for yourself for a week. Give yourself a few hours. For me, like, go sob up in your bed for a little bit, and then half an hour go by and like, all right, fuck, how do I fix this? What am I doing now? What am I working towards? That's just me, but I think you do need to keep working towards things.
Well, mine's normally just go for a walk. Like go for a walk, listen to music, or like I go for a walk with my dad and just like not just talk about life. And
how good's talking with the old man?
Yeah, it's
the best.
Yeah, it's good. Words of wisdom.
Yeah.
Just like I always go for walks with him and just go like, I want to do this in my life. I want to buy a house. I want to invest this, or I want to become a better person in this area.
Yeah.
Mate, just like, it's like talking to anyone's old man, or like when you talk to your old man, and like, they can really relate, because they've seen you No one else there except your mum and dad have been there since you were day dot.
Yeah, and it's probably like a voice of reason. I'm really lucky with having the farm. So like I go up there and I'll do, you know, like let's say Dad and I will be out in the back paddock for a couple of hours. And it's like you get into just some of the there's no phones, like there's no connection or anything.
No reception?
No reception.
No reception?
Not out in the back paddock. And you just like you're just forced to have a good conversation. And that's where you figure out your whole life essentially. And you can come back to realities.
And I think that's what moving out has brought us. You know, we've got a bit of distance from our parents, and you kind of learn to appreciate them more, and it's created a new kind of relationship between you know the child and the parents. So I think like particularly for my breakup stuff, like chatting to Dad, chatting to Mum about that stuff, really good.
And it's probably hard to do.
Yeah,
because I don't reckon like you're probably ever talking to your mum and dad about a girl like that. You know what I mean? Like I can't speak to you because I've never been in your shoes, but like it must be hard speaking about a girl to your mum and dad that you've loved that long.
I think I've always had a pretty open relationship with my parents. Always
fair
like.
Enough.
Righto, mate. Shut him down, you dog.
All right, I'll just we'll speak about it now. But no, I've always been very open with communication in my family. So anything, you know, I can tell them, you know, what happened at a party.
Good Wesley boy.
Yeah, exactly.
Good Wesley boy. Well, that's the thing. Like I see, not necessarily mates, but in like acquaintances and people like peers and stuff. And they've got no connection with their parents, and their parents have been fucking like helicopter parents their whole life, and they hate them. And then they move out of home, or they move out of the nest, and they've got no connection. Like they can't have that conversation. They can't go on the walk with them. They can't talk about a breakup. Like, and you know, at the end of the day, like mates are going to be there, but your friends are doing things, and like your parents are always there. Ally. Yeah, exactly.
So I think we're all really lucky to have like a good set of parents, and you do. Sometimes, especially when we're living at home, you take it for granted because, you know, like it's easy just to have an argument with your parents and get sick of them and whatnot. But we are really lucky because some people, you know, they have a parent or parents who are absent and things like that. So, yeah. I was going to say, you know, talking to your old man is good, but talking to your grandma is really good.
Yeah.
I talked to my Russian grandma. She's almost 80 years old, I think. I was talking to her about the breakup. She just had a unparalleled perspective on things. She's just like, so what, Gabriel?
Yeah.
You know, you are a good-looking man. You have lots of things going for you.
I love that.
Just be single for a while, you know?
Yeah, I fucking love that. Do you chat to your grandparents much?
Oh, they're both dead, mate.
Oh, sorry to hear.
Sorry for your loss.
Sorry for your loss.
Mate.
Condolences.
One side they're both dead, so we're in the same boat. But on the other side, my grandma, I try and chat to her a fair bit. I get a bit busy sometimes and I can't call her as much. But you walked in the other day to like, I was on the phone to my grandma and you're like, who are you talking to? Like, was that like one of your mates?
Yeah.
I was like, no, that's my grandma. Because we have some of the most hectic chats about, you know, who's this person, what are they doing and all of that. So a good chat with a grandma.
Doesn't go astray.
Doesn't go astray, and I'd highly recommend it. You can chat to my grandma if you want, mate.
Give me a digit.
She loves St Kilda, so
oh really?
Yeah.
And West Coast.
Yeah, and loves Eagles as well. Big Eagles fan.
There was one topic I wanted to talk about. Now, I was listening to that Mogcast with you don't know them, but they're like kind of American bodybuilder influencers, but they're doing really well, right? The name's James English Sush, and they're like making so much money. Like a freakish amount of money, and they're like 2 years younger than us.
Yep.
So they got like the Young LA. Do you know what Young LA is?
Oh.
It's like the new Gymshark.
Yeah.
And there's all these.
Is that like a clothing brand? Is it?
Yeah. And they got their supplement sponsor, and you use code Sush or whatever it is.
Sushi.
Yeah. And there's like this Derek more plates, more dates, and there was this topic they were talking about. I think it was Derek talking to Dan Bilzerian, right, about this. Being really young, but having a hyper level of success, money, fame, everything, and how you deal with it young. Obviously, you and I aren't hyper levels, but we've got more money and more fame than a lot of our mates and people around us, and we use it responsibly. We're not dickheads about it, and we're not bloody Dan Bilzerians here.
Going to Gucci and spending 20
Exactly. So I wanted to have a discussion surrounding this kind of topic of young people getting, you know, perhaps more resources than average, perhaps a bit more fame than average, and just like kind of digesting that topic and how to not let it get to your head. If it's important to not let it get to your head, like,
mate, it's a fucking fantastic topic, and like we can go so many ways with it. I mean, we've done all right. I'm really proud of how far you and I have come, Gab, in terms of in terms of money, but in also terms in terms of status and like being able to grow a business and all of that. But I can't imagine what it's like for an AFL player, and it gets me thinking. Not necessarily in terms of money, in terms of But like going out.
Because Higo kind of came onto the scene quite early as well, like with like goal of the year and stuff like that. You made quite a name for yourself early on. Obviously, you had like the health issues as well, which kind of brought you to prevalence as well. But yeah, I think it's an interesting topic.
Yeah, for sure. So have you ever, I mean, which way do we want to go about it? Like, have you had like annoying fans and stuff, or have you had people that have kind of been like doubted you through your process personally?
Well, I think like at the start for you and I, like everyone doubted us and no one wanted to see it work out. And I still think it's a long way from where we imagine it to be, but you know, it has had some level of success. I think no one wants to support you when like you're not successful.
100%.
But when others signal that you're doing well, they're like, oh, have you seen these like 9 to 5 guys or whatever?
Yeah.
They're like, it's kind of popular to support it. So it's like, instead of thinking, oh, it's fucking cringy what they're doing, shirts off and all that, it's like, oh, dude, no, like they're doing well. So when other people think it's cool, lots of other people will think it's cool as well. So
That's the best thing you've ever said, mate. Like, I'll put it in my own perspective. Like when I dropped out in year 12, I remember that people were talking shit behind my back. And
yeah, well, I mean, Caro Wilson was talking online, wasn't she? She was saying, you know, don't drop out of school, don't do what he did, essentially.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what Caro said, but
Of course. Sorry.
No, I just haven't heard the comments, but mate, like mates talking about it, everyone talking about it. It's like my main focus. It's like, it's not about Jack Higgins the footballer or Jack Higgins the person. It's about, why did this guy drop out in year 12?
Yeah.
because you saw something they didn't.
And it's the same like you guys. Why do you guys have your top offs?
Yeah.
Why do you guys post on TikTok?
Yeah.
Why do you guys do this? You got to put yourself out there.
Yeah.
You can't always be. If you're selling yourself for your life, you won't live a good life. You got to put yourself out there. And that was for me a thing is like, why am I wasting my parents' money at going to private school?
Yeah.
Why am I putting myself through boring classes that I don't want to be in? I'm not learning anything because I'm going on watching YouTube Call of Duty videos. I'm watching TAB at school.
Yeah.
Why can't I be doing something that to influence footy? Because for me personally, I think I have a life outside of football. If that's in business or making my own business up or in the stock market or whatever that is. But for me, it's like, I believe in myself. And it's like you boys. I believe in myself from years 18 to hopefully 32 plus.
Yeah.
That's going to be my AFL career. And that's the years I can make money. And the AFL career, it's good money, but there's a lot of hard work and sacrifices. So I know if I can set myself up early in life, I'll be set.
Yeah.
And for me, it's not about he's the smartest bloke, he's the smartest bloke, he did year 12, I didn't do year 11. I remember all my mates going, what the hell are you doing? Why are you dropping out of school? You're an idiot.
Yeah.
Now they're all working for 25 an hour.
Nothing
wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it. But the thing is, if you've got a dream out there, if it's to create TikTok or a business like you boys or to become an AFL footballer, I'm not saying drop out of school. I'm saying I was unique. I was a terrible student.
Yeah.
I was this, I was that. I was wasting my time. I hated school. I hated being there. I loved my mates at school. I loved my school I went to.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't for me. And if I thought, geez, if I could spend this extra year doing this, that, it's going to help me further my next 13, 14 years so I can really set myself up. And with that, it came with a lot of people, especially my first year. No one really speaks about it this year, but a lot of people saying he's an idiot for dropping year 12. But the thing is, as you boys know, no one knows the full story.
Yeah.
No one knows that I was at school and hating it and I was getting nothing and I was sitting in the library half the day and basically going home depressed because...
Yeah, because you hate it, mate.
I hated it.
It sucks.
School wasn't for me. And not saying school's for everyone, but like, I'm never going to be... The thing I don't understand, which I hate and I hate,
Yeah.
why should I stay at year 12? I'm never going to do VCE. I'm never going to do...
Uni.
I'm never going to be uni.
Yeah.
I'll probably do a trade. Do you need a VCE to do trade?
No.
Last time I checked on Google, you don't need to do it.
Yeah.
Is that right, Gabe?
I don't think you need VCE to get goal of the year either and to kick 27 last season either. So I think,
And like, you know, we are not saying anyone should drop out of year 12 or anything like that, but it's more the fact you've followed a dream and like you saw something. And I think that's like really, you know, you can see that with 9 to 5 as well in terms of like we saw a dream. And look, putting ourselves on TikTok was a fucking risk.
Mate, I know.
And I've copped a lot of shit for it in a good way. And being at footy training stuff, oh, mate, go make a TikTok or whatever.
Cool, man. Go do
it's
nothing.
It's a good laugh and all that. But end of the day is like, we have a podcast.
Yeah.
We're talking to Jack Higgins, and like life's pretty good because of it. Like,
I think
we're able to
what
move
he
out.
had, and it's the same if you're like investing in stocks, you have the conviction behind it. Doesn't matter if the stock fluctuates in the short term, short term rather. You have that long term vision, and he obviously had that conviction in his ability that he's going to make it. We have the conviction in our business and our personal profiles to create something, and you kind of back that to the hills, and that's why you take that risk. You have the cojones here, and you take that risk and do something different that other people aren't doing.
No, I honestly remember when I was in year 7 at school, and I always knew. Not that in the cocky way I always knew, but I always thought I'd play AFL football.
Mate, I knew from Auskick you were going to play AFL.
I had teachers and throughout the journey saying he's a shocking maths student. He doesn't care. He doesn't listen. But I had the bigger picture in mind. And not saying everyone should do it, but if you have a dream and you want to follow it hard enough and you work hard enough, doesn't matter what it is. If you want to be a 99 ATAR at school and you study hard every day, you're going to make it. If you train hard, you're going to make it. It doesn't matter. If you want a business and it's a good idea, you're going to make it. It doesn't matter. And that's the thing what I think the world, and especially Australia, and probably the world, is that you got to follow the system. It's sort of all systemized. You got to go to school, go to a good school, then go to a good uni, get good marks, and live the life that everyone else has already lived. I want to live a life that's different to everyone else.
Yeah.
I want to be known as I did it my own way. I respected, and I was a nice person to everyone I've met. They were nice to me, and at the end of the day, I've lived my life. I haven't lived the system's life.
I suppose like a big one is people are terrified that they're not going to execute, and like you've executed, and that's fantastic. And obviously you've executed. I'd say we both have executed in what we wanted to achieve. We want to.
The thing is, with the whole thing, you boys have with myself. You still got heaps to want to do. You don't want. It's not stopped here. It's the journey keeps
Just
going.
getting started,
15
mate.
years.
We are just getting started.
You boys are getting started.
You're just getting started. Yeah.
It's not like I want to go this. I want to play AFL till I'm 22. I just want to have a business till I'm 24.
Yeah.
It's like it's the big picture. It's like you boys. I want to have a nice house with a gym. I want a sauna. You know what I mean? It's these small things that you tick off throughout the years.
We had a funny TikTok comment the other day where we made that video about the cocktail cart. Harmless video. It was like, if you're having a share house for the first time with your mates, what's the first thing you buy? A cocktail cart. And,
of course.
I was just chatting shit about how much we were spending.
Yeah.
And, someone commented, flexing mummy and daddy's money. It's like, bro, do you even know what we do?
Yeah. And that's the thing, mate, with life in general. People are going to hate on things. People are going to love you. People are going to hate you. People are going to be like, what's he doing this for? But if you have that strong conviction and belief, you're going to make it no matter what.
Yeah.
Like once you get to, not tooting our own horn, but where we are, you're where you are. You're playing AFL. It's all paid off. We've got a few TikTok followers, and look, to be honest, everyone we meet is really like, mate, like love the TikTok content. Like, dude, how much has that taken off? Like that's just taken off, and it's like almost like we woke up one day and it just took off.
But the thing is, like, would these people be saying if you had 200 followers?
No.
Well, that's the point exactly. Like they would.
You know what I was thinking about? Because there's all these memes going around of every private school white boy thinks they should start a podcast. And I was thinking about, they do. But the difference is people listen to ours. And it's like, I was like, that's fucking awesome. Because like when you said like literally a year ago, I want to start a podcast, I was like, oh, fuck, whatever, dude. Yeah. Like, I don't think it's probably a great idea. Like, there's Gab thinking about the business end. It's probably, $4,000 of initial outlays. I don't think this is going to benefit the business whatsoever, but
tax refunds.
Yeah, tax write-off, mate.
Capitalise.
But I'm all for the podcast now. I'm bloody loving it.
Well, it's like one of our main forms of like content at the moment, and we've got plenty of content planned. But like the podcast itself has posed so many opportunities and so much like community. Like it's built such a good community in terms of like the people we meet. We'll go out and people say like, I love the podcast. I was at the gym yesterday and
love the potty.
This kid came up to me and he was such a fucking legend. Like he he came out, he wanted a photo, which is awesome. And he's like, mate, look, I got the podcast on like right here. And he knew everything about my life. It's like, bro, you listen to at least 40 or 30 minutes of me and Gab talking a week. Yeah. And you fucking like, you lock into it. It's like, you know so much about my life.
It's like face doozy.
Yeah, that's it, mate. I don't know what that is, but...
What is it?
Oh, it's this Call of Duty streamer. Anyway, go on. It's just locked in.
But yeah, it's all about conviction. And I suppose... Like if you're at home listening, you're driving, you're motivated, you're listening to this, you've just had your first coffee of the day. Look, mate, you're going to get there. Like you need to start somewhere and it needs to be...
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Rome wasn't built in a day, but also like, you know, start that TikTok account. Fucking not necessarily drop out of school, but like put in more for footy. Work harder for it.
The thing was,
train harder.
People don't understand. As you know, me and my dad were kicking the park when I was 8, 7, 6, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19 years old. It wasn't just, I'm good at footy, I may chase this. Yeah. It was, I had this since I was 8 years old. It's just like New Boys, where it's just like, it's not like it's an overnight success. It's not like a thing. We want these things to go through the years.
Where Louis would go to his concierge job and I'd be like, wait, Louis, you should post some TikToks. And he'd get like 5 videos of us working out and he'd speak into his mic in his low morning voice and go, all right here. Yeah, literally. Like the lowest quality shit
squeaker.
Squeaker. You go, oh, and right here we have a tricep extension. This one is good for building the triceps. Do it in 3x12.
Loved it.
And mate, people got around those videos from the start.
And the thing is, like when you first start off anything in life, you're not going to know everything. People will probably go, you're doing that the wrong way. You're doing this the wrong way.
Do they ever?
But mate, you don't learn everything on day dot. It takes many years, and I'm still learning about the game. I'm still learning about myself. I'm on this journey, not to know everything now. I'm on this journey to know everything when I'm not everything, but to keep learning until I'm in the 70s, 80s.
Like the big message out. So like I always knew of Jack Higgins and like I used to kick the footy with you when I was like 8. You were probably 7.
Great days.
With you and your old man, and it was awesome.
Culver Park Goal Square.
I'll see you there, Square. Yeah. Line him up. Take him to the fucking goal square. But
Bibs?
Bibs? Yeah, Bibs. Your dad brought Bibs. But mate, like I always... So we didn't play in the same team. You're younger than me, and I was shit.
Ormond boy.
There you go. It was like the word was always going around about how hard you worked. So like people know and people see it, but people don't want it.
But the thing about the whole thing is, I remember people going up to me at school. It's like, why do you train so hard?
Yeah.
What? Dude, try hard?
Like this is
hard. Bro, I'm trying to fucking make it.
This isn't like year 7 and 8. Why do you do all this extra kicking?
Yeah.
Does your dad push you too hard?
Yeah, the classic.
Is it why do you want to do this?
On the contrary, so obviously like there's that. But I remember, so I was playing in the 2s at one point at Ormond.
Stewies.
And I remember this dad, he was so passionate about his kid. This kid's going to play AFL. Mate, I'd be running around with the kid. The kid he's like a fucking cow with a gun. He's got no idea about it. He doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to be playing footy. And the dad would give him $25 every time he score a goal. This kid was useless. So this dad was just like pushing this kid to play footy. Like, mate, you got to be it. I remember mum and dad looking at the kid being like, he just doesn't want to play footy. He doesn't have it, mate. Like,
didn't you say one day you wish you went back and said, mate, I'll grab the ball, handball it to you on a silver platter.
Yeah.
You get the money from your dad and you split it 50-50.
Yeah, that's it. I
Entrepreneur at a young age.
I've got his name in my head. I'm not gonna say I'll say to you later, but I just remember.
I wanted to go back to what you said about, we're all gonna make it, and what Ziz says, his ideology.
Ziz, the goat.
We're all gonna make it. I really heavily disagree with that.
Yeah,
because you're not gonna make it if you're just fucking sitting around doing nothing and don't have a strategy in place and not taking steps every day towards that.
Mate, you're not wrong in that thing. I'm sorry to relate everything to football, but I've seen so many superstar junior footballers that haven't made it. That have got... for me personally, who wants to make it to an AFL team, get drafted? I know it's good. Like, your mates love it. Like, all this. Like, you get all this attention. Oh, yeah, I'm an AFL list. But then you don't play a game. Just because I was a gun junior footballer. I've seen so many of them come in and out of the system.
Well, that's the toxic system as well, especially
and you just get spat out, and then you're like, who was his bloke anymore?
And those, especially ones from like smaller country towns, like they've got fucking head noise about it. Like, oh, everyone like back against the wall. If I get dropped here, then like everyone back home doesn't want me to make it, and it is so true. Like people back home, they don't want you to make it.
Because it is so like that tall poppy syndrome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that really gives me the shits about Australia, and that's why I
Yeah.
love America so much.
Yeah.
As especially you boys would really understand and resonate with this. It's like 9 to 5.
Yeah.
9 to 5. They're shit. They're this. They're this. But in America, it's like, how good are you boys doing? You boys are unreal.
Yeah.
I love the stuff you're doing.
To be honest, like, mate, we actually get all that good energy towards us, but that's all to our face.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're saying something else.
And
But
the DMs could be a different story.
Yeah.
I suppose
And that's sorry, Kate off. And that's why I love you boys. Like, I love you guys as mates, but
we love you, mate.
the thing is, which I resonate a lot with it, because I know everything isn't 100%. It's a lot of shit gets talking.
Oh,
like
mate,
it's in DMs, in messages, and this and that, and in comments. But you boys have worked this for many years. It's easier to put 1 or 2 TikToks up and go, nah, this hasn't worked out. I've got $1 million likes.
Yeah.
I want $1 million. I want $1 million likes. This ain't no good anymore.
Yeah.
Well, people want the quick success. That's why people gamble. They want the quick success. It's about building little milestones throughout the way.
Yeah.
So let's say I want to put a video up. I want to get this much engagement
I suppose
and this much feedback. It's not about It's not about me going, geez, I haven't played. I've played 10 games in the AFL. Geez, I want to kick 4 goals this week. It just doesn't happen like that.
You did though. Good job. I reckon what I noticed at the start, especially of 9 to 5, we don't need it anymore, was like acquaintances and stuff saying they support us, but then wouldn't share anything on their story. Wouldn't like give us any. Wouldn't like if a mate, like if you started a business here and it's got 200 followers, mate, I'll share that prick on my story every fucking day until you got 1,000 followers. You know, until you're off and racing. I feel like we didn't have.
We got nothing.
We didn't have much of that, and like we love our mates, and
whatever.
that's not down to our mates to do, but it's more like the acquaintance thing, and like we didn't get a whole lot to start because what we were doing is
But the thing is,
tickety-boo.
with life in Australia, I'm not just saying this would happen in Australia, but it's the old tall poppy syndrome. I'm going to jump on when they're successful, when they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm not going to jump on when they're starting off.
Well, it's
I don't want to be associated with these boys.
You know, on the other hand, then there's people who will message you out of the blue and want a handout. It's like, bro, no one gave me a handout, and we kind of had to create something for ourselves. And
Started from the bottom.
Yeah,
Now we're
literally.
here.
I don't know, like
Trizzy?
if it's a mate or something like that, of course, happy to help him out. But like
course,
that whole
like-
handout thing.
Oh, and that's the thing. People want handouts. People mess you every now and again. But unfortunately, people are looking for the overnight success with everything.
Yeah.
With stock market. Oh, what's the hottest tip? Oh, 9 to 5. How'd you get this so quickly? Well, we actually, if you didn't know, we uploaded 1,000 videos before that. It just hasn't come. Gabe hasn't just uploaded a video of him talking about carbs and skin folds and this and that, and Louis hasn't been doing his 20-minute 5K runs. It just doesn't come overnight. He just hasn't come on his first 5K run.
It's my first time. Well, that's another thing as well is like, and I'm sure you experience it playing footy, is like the hate we get, mate. Like, look, of course on camera and of course behind a TikTok screen and stuff, like we're all good about it, like hate like water off a duck's back. But mate, Gab and I have had some fucking serious chats before where it's like, hey, this hate is getting to me. Like I'm believing what they're saying and my mental health is fucking dwindling.
I'm starting to believe I'm 5'2".
Yeah, I'm so and I'm starting to
Taller
believe
than me,
like,
mate.
I'm a shit person
6.
and all of
6'1".
that.
Well, the ones I get annoyed with is people who would just comment like, oh, like you're living in like Gab's shadow or something. Like that's fucking like just a plain nasty comment. Like,
and how about this?
Yeah, I get
They're doing it
that.
on a fake account with following 100 and no followers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mate.
It's like, buddy, if you're gonna do it in your real profile. I can cop it,
The best.
but don't do it on a fake profile you made 2 minutes ago to message me because that means you really care and you love me.
Yeah, exactly. Well, mate, one of the best ones I've had is I was at a bar once and like these kids they came up, Louis 9 to 5, yeah, and it was all good and like I gave him plenty.
Gave him
like,
the time of day.
lads,
Gave him the world.
Happy to
Delivered you an
chat.
atlas.
And then like they got more pissed and then one came up and he like spooked me, like he came up from behind and like shouted in my ear and then tried to grab my drink and I was like, no, fuck off, like don't get in my
reach my
personal
personal
space.
Yeah.
And then I said, nah, like fuck off, mate. Don't come near me. Yeah, exactly. And then they waited outside the bar for me and me and my mates. And they were younger. And I was walking out the bar. I was like, fuck, here we go. Like,
It's gonna be a fight.
we're on here. And I had mates who were like very much like whatever.
MMA stars.
We're on.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor.
And I walk out
Proper
this bar.
12.
The chill
I
mate.
walk past them. They don't say anything. And then when I'm 30 metres down the road, they go, "You're living in Gab's shadow." Like
Oh,
they're shouting
fucking
it out at
shit
me.
cunts.
And it's just like,
mate.
I just, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But
I'm
hey, at the
still
end of the
mate.
It's like, whose shadow are they living in? If you're living in my shadow and they're the ones fucking treating you like you're a god, whose
Yeah.
shadow are they living in,
Oh,
mate?
well, they started
well,
out.
it's, at the end of the day, at least they know your name.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, mate. Try playing fucking country footy with a TikTok account.
It'd be hard. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't be running around there, but
Mate, every time I get so much.
Most
Go make a
impolitic-
fucking TikTok.
Yeah.
I saw Prime's training and I had a laugh.
Yeah,
Some bloke was like, "Stick to your TikToks, mate," from the 100th row.
Mate, you are going to love Prime Training. He's coming to Melbourne soon. We're going to hook you and PT up, but I reckon...
I saw this funny video of him where he was like diving and calling himself a flog. I thought that was pretty funny.
Mate, he did... Someone came up to him and ran through him. And
Ran through him?
They grabbed him or something. And he said he just like dropped at the knees. Like he let the bloke carry him through because like the umpire was next to him, as anyone would do who's trying to fucking win a game for his team. And all the TikTok and then he got a shot on goal. Like he kicked a goal.
Like 2 free kicks in a row.
Two free kicks in a row.
I've done the same thing, but I've got 2 free kicks in a
Of
row.
course, obviously you don't dive. No one dives, but mate, you do what you have to do. And the comments were like, "Oh, the fact you dived, mate. Like I don't."
Someone
respect
said,
that.
"Oh, you posted this proudly." Dude, shut the fuck
did
up,
see
you
that comment,
neckbeard.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, at the end of the day,
disgusting.
people don't understand, and with anything in life, if you're gonna put yourself out there, you're due for hate.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, and people don't understand is when you're hiding behind a screen, it actually affects people's mental health. And at the end of the day, if you don't have your mental health, I'd rather have my mental health than have $100 million in the bank. It's the most important thing you've got. Health
Bloody
is wealth. I've learned that as well. Like all going through my brain injury is just like, at least I'm living. Like I'm living. Like obviously, I'd love to have $500 million in the bank. But I've got my health, and at the end of the day, there's a lot of millionaires and billionaires out there would rather be skinny, fit blokes, but they're fat.
Yeah, mate, it's so true.
And that was the initial question when we got into this big discussion of, when you're a young person with, perhaps more money than your average person your age and more fame, like how do you deal with that and not let it get to your head? Because I think Higo's a really good example. You remind me of N'Golo Kante, who's the happiest bloke, one of the best footballers
what country
in the
is he
world.
from?
France, but I think he's of African descent.
Yeah.
He kind of came onto the scene very late. He won that, of course, championship, the Premier League with Leicester, and then got signed by
Chelsea. 89 rated on FIFA.
Yeah, one of the best midfielders in the world. But he's obviously multi-millionaire, would have enough money.
Printing money.
Yeah, it's so much money. N'Golo
I think
Kante.
I heard he's got an American Express machine in his house that just prints $100 bills.
But he still drives like a Mini Coupe,
Mate, you seen the car I drive?
Yeah, that's why you remind me of N'Golo Kante, is what I'm saying. He drives obviously he'd have so much money, but he drives like the most basic car there is, and you remind me of him because you're like similar.
Yeah,
you're not driving a Lambo,
Mate,
but you could probably buy one.
He goes on drinks tonight, mate.
Mate, the thing is, like at the end of the day, I think a lot of people in life are trying to impress other people.
Yeah.
I drive a Mitsubishi Mirage, and if you want to get an image,
Great car. Yeah, I'll get it up on the
if
screen.
you got hit by a truck, you wouldn't be any good.
1-star
Wouldn't be
aircraft
great.
safety rating.
But like that's the thing. I'm not trying to impress anyone, mate. I'm just trying to live the life I want to live. I could go to the Mercedes-Benz dealership and buy a brand new Mercedes.
What do you get in C63 or
AMG?
yeah, AMG, man. Yeah.
But like, I just want to live a life where I'm happy.
Yeah.
I can see my stocks going up or crypto going up.
Did that click for you at any point in your career in particular? Like where you were like, I mean, like early days you would have been very, and not to talk about footy, like I don't give a shit about footy, but like early days you would have been very kind of like, look, got to get the job done, going to get the bag, play footy, play good games, kick goals, get money. But like, was there a point there where it's like, hang on, no, I actually want to kind of focus on my mental health a little bit,
I've always realised that mental health is really important, and it's the most important thing I've got. Well, everyone's got in their life, not just myself, but at the end of the day, mate, like I say, like especially went through a lot of not mental health issues. I've never told anyone else before, but when I was in hospital, sitting doctor coming in saying that I've got a really good possibility of dying.
Yeah.
I've got a brain tumor and head that's bleeding. I was that depressed.
Oh, fair enough.
My mum and dad were there, like crying their eyes out.
Yeah.
I was crying my eyes out. My head was hurting, and then the next minute I'm under the knife.
Yeah.
I don't care how much money I've got.
Yeah.
I don't care how much fame what I think I've got.
Yeah.
I don't care as long as I'm healthy. I don't care if I'm an average Joe cleaning toilets or whatever. Like, for me, at the end of the day, it's just about being a nice person, knowing when to do this and when to do that. Being a lovely person, and if people are going to be nice to me, I'll be lovely to you. And I just don't think people think, oh, I'm this, I'm that. I'm not talking to you because I've got a net wealth of, not myself, but I've got a net wealth of 100 million, or I do this in my life. I'm a lawyer. I'm not speaking to you because you're cleaning toilets. It's like,
Yeah.
man, I've had people in my family cleaning toilets before. Like,
Yeah. And see,
who cares?
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
I'm a person. You're a person. We're both on the same level, mate. No one, because you got more money or more fame or more this, you're no better than someone who does this, that, and the other.
Yep.
and it's the impact you have as well.
If I'm a good bloke, I'm going to be a good bloke to you. I'm going to be going up to the local person, come up to me, the SB, on a Saturday night. How are you, mate? Good, mate. Yes.
Yeah.
Have a chat. I'm not going to be like, mate, I can't speak to you. And that's what I don't understand what people do in general life. Money, fame, how good they are, is why they're going to be so... I'm not saying that I've seen it, but like, be a nice person, mate.
You would have, for sure. You would have seen it. And have you had any, obviously not to know names or anything like that, but have you had any real kind of dickhead, not fans, but people come up to you? I'm sure like when you're out at a bar, when you're with your mates and stuff, like on the off season and stuff, do you have people coming up to you and trying to cause trouble kind of thing?
No, never. I've never had someone cause trouble. I think everyone's really respectful and really appreciate when you chat to them, and because it can obviously come up for a reason. And mate, I really respect anyone that comes up to me as long as you're not a dickhead to me.
Yeah,
like I'm happy. Like, I think everyone should be treated how they treat you. And if they're going to be a really good, nice person, I'll give them time of day. But if they're going to be a dickhead, it's like anything, mate. Like, at the end of the day, it could be nice. And that's what I think I've learned a lot over like Kante and all these people overseas is, doesn't matter what car you drive, doesn't matter how many millions you got in the bank, doesn't matter what you do, this, that, the other for a job. People are people at the end of the day.
Yeah, mate.
And that's why I respect more how nice you are. And like, you boys probably get it, because unfortunately I see your mugs pop up about 4 times a day at training,
which we love.
But like, you know what I mean? People are going to be like, oh, Gabe,
Yeah.
oh, Lou,
Yeah.
Lou. Mate, at the end of the day, it's like, are you a nice person or not?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, people aren't going to remember you, and which I totally understand with myself and
Yeah, it's so
people.
true.
After my career, and hopefully in 15 years' time, I'll be yesterday's news.
Yep.
Unless you keep on the media or something like that, yesterday's heroes, they're called.
Yeah.
No one remembers you, mate. You're like, like Benny Cousins. Like, obviously Benny Cousins is relevant, but let's say who's been a star in the future, in the past.
Well, some of those 06 players, let's say fucking Fletcher.
Andrew Embley, Norm Smith-Embley.
He's trying to do the media thing. Yeah.
He's in the media. But like, how many people would go up to members and be like, oh, yeah, this. People remember him for being the media, not for being the player.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
He did win a Norm Smith, though, so he's probably got a little bit more leeway. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, you got to be present. And I don't know, like, I'm just real modest, and I don't know, man. Just
mate. It's
unfortunately, sometimes life's a mess. It's not going to be always be smooth sailing.
Yeah, 100%. I suppose, like, just with this conversation to kind of relate back to people who are listening, and even like younger kids, if you're 16, 17, 18, whatever, like, you can take so much from this conversation, because it's like, you need to grind. You need to work really hard in these next few years and enjoy yourself, mate. I look, I've probably gone out on the piss every day since I was 18, and like I've enjoyed myself. But during the week, you need to work hard.
Wait, you've gone on the piss every day since you're 18? Is that what I just heard?
That'd be a few what? How many?
It's a
2,000
fair few.
days.
I'm not about to do the maths, but like I've enjoyed myself as well. But also, like you need to block out that background noise.
No one went to work.
Yeah, you need to. You know when to work exactly.
When I was like the Chargers, like I was doing heaps of extras.
Yeah.
Doing this, doing that, and then it just all adds up at the end of the day. But then everyone's gonna bag you for having a reason. I have recruiters going to me, "Are you too developed? Because you've done too much work." I've just put in more work than everyone else.
Yeah.
So it's like, geez.
Yeah, too developed. What do they mean by that?
Are you too maxed out on your potential?
Oh, what the hell?
Like, is it?
What a criticism.
Have you done too many weights? Have you done
Too maxed out?
Have you done this, done that? It's like, mate, I'm thinking to myself, mate, I'm 18. I'm not 27, 28. I'm 18.
Mate, that pressure's fucked on a kid.
I'm like, yeah, but
It's so intense.
it doesn't matter at the end of the day. But
Well, it's worked out for you. It's worked out
I
for you.
was trying to anyway, mate. Trying to keep happy and trying to keep relaxed and modest and have a happy lifestyle.
Yeah, yeah. So you haven't had any dickheads really come up to you?
I don't have really many dickheads because I think people always come up to me for about goal of the year.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, a lot of people come up to me.
Did you throw it, bro?
Oh, did you throw it? Was it a throw? Like a lot of Collingwood fans.
Yeah.
But
I'm
mate,
a Collingwood fan.
when I look at it was 4 years ago. Like I want to be known for other things than just 4 years ago.
Mate.
And I always get people going, "How's your head? How's your head?" Obviously, these two things were massive things in my life. But at the end of the day, I don't want to be known for that. I want to be known as Jack Higgins, the person, and then after that, Jack Higgins, the footballer.
Yeah, yeah, totally. I remember when I think it was last year or something, and you missed a few goals, which everyone does.
1-7.
Yeah, and Gab and I were going to town on socials. We were backing you up, of course.
Cheers,
and we were taking it personally when people were talking shit about you. Gab especially, like Gab was really fucking...
Gab's a star. If you haven't met Gab, he's a man who wears his heart on his sleeve.
We love him.
He's real passionate about everything he does, and that's why I really appreciate you as a friend. And I'm not pissy pockets here, but like you really work hard for what you do, and I really respect it. Both you boys.
Appreciate it. I think I'm a very loyal man to the people. I let very few people in, but the people I do let in, I'm very loyal towards, like 100% loyal to.
So when we were going through this ordeal, and you weren't slotting him like you normally do, we had our fucking backs against.
I was ready to fight every
we
single
were
person.
we were
that said
ready.
a
We were
word
ready to
against
throw
you.
down. Yeah, we were ready to fucking throw down.
Maybe at Cobbler Park at 9:40 a.m.
How did, yeah. Let's go.
Remember that in high school? With like, you're like, on and like, maybe at Yarra Tram stop 8:30 a.m.
Before school.
Yeah.
So astute.
Walk up to the homeroom with the black eye.
No, but did you find it, like, when that was happening and there was talk going on, were you, like, how was your mental, mate? Like, what was it like?
To be honest, my mental was... Unfortunately, I missed a lot of goals, and I probably should have won the game for our team. But I was in a mental position where I was like, I'm copping it from every angle. I'm getting DMs. I'm getting this.
Yeah, you're getting
I'm
DMs?
getting that. I'm getting fake phone calls. I don't know how people's got my number.
Yeah, see, I've had a few of those. If someone's got my number at the moment. Anyway, whatever. It's fucking annoying. Stop it if you're fucking listening. Fuck off. But the DMs, mate, I got a few DMs. I played a few shocking games last year. In fact, all of my games I played were shit. And I play country level. Like, I play local level, shit level footy. I am shit. I'm not a good footballer. And I was copping fucking DMs.
Yeah.
Mate, what's it like playing AFL? Not to relate it back to footy necessarily, but like just playing AFL and having a bad game. The DMs, do you read them? Do you get affected by them? What's your go?
No, it's funny you say that. I don't really get affected because most of them are because people got bet in the game or people
bets.
People get really emotional about the game, which like I really got when I was younger. I got really emotional about the game. Like I remember crying my eyes out. Maybe it was 04 against Port Adelaide because they St Kilda lost. Like everyone gets emotional about the game, especially if they follow the game, of course, that closely. And I
04, you would have been very young as well.
Yeah, 5.
Yep.
Like everyone gets upset, but at the end of the day, I see words on the screen, and people are going to say you're this, you're that as a person, or you're a player. Sorry, It doesn't really affect me because I know what I stand for as a person. Mm-hmm. It's like you boys getting messages on Instagram or Snapchat saying, "Gabe, you're 2'2".
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day,
yeah, but it's hard to not let it affect you. I'm not gonna lie.
For me personally, it doesn't affect me.
Yeah,
because I've been through that much stuff in my life, and I've seen so many ups and downs, and so many of my mates been up here to there in the footy in the footy circumstances. So being the best junior footballer to having 1 year in the system or 2 years in the system, and then just getting getting the chop.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of my people I know and a lot of my mates go mate, I'm jealous of you. That was my dream. So I go mate, I'm just cool. If I play a bad game or I do this, I do that. Obviously, I try my hardest every week, and I want St Kilda to win. But at the end of the day, I'm not going out there saying I want to play bad this week. It is what it is, and that's what I don't let anything affect me. I just normally go after the match. If I play a good game, I'll just go delete. If I play a bad game, I delete all the Instagram. What's it called?
Yeah, requests.
Requests.
Because
at the end of the day, if I kick 10 goals, it'd be you're too selfish. If I don't kick any, it's
so
just
true.
Mate,
well, like that thing you said to us on the last podcast, you said if you're a millionaire and you donate 400,000, then it's why didn't you donate $1 million? You know,
mate,
you can't win.
There's a famous story going over there. Someone won Tats Lotto, won $50 million.
Yeah.
Don't quote me, but he won a lot of money anyway. So he said to all his mates, he said, I'm flying everyone first class to Paris. I'm going to have this nice little dinner, piss up, 4-day holiday for your family. And everyone goes to him, why don't you just give us the cash, mate?
Yeah. Always. It's a way.
Why don't you just give us cash? You've won this money. Why don't you get...
why didn't you get nothing then?
Change your trajectory. What are you going to do with your money? You win 50 million on the lotto. What are you doing here?
Shares 100.
Oh, you're going straight into shares?
Shares 100.
No, give us the run. Give us something exciting. You're giving 5 million to your mates. Let's say you're gonna buy a Lamborghini. You're gonna what are you doing with it?
So I'm buying. What if I won 50 mil?
50 mil. That's
so I'm investing.
All you. No tax.
I'm investing 5 mil into Bitcoin alone.
I reckon I'm going straight to a financial advisor and say, here's 10 mil. Sort me out for the rest of my life. But yeah, play on.
I'm going 5 mil to Bitcoin. I'm going 25. I'm going 25 million to shares. Mm-hmm. So I don't care what the market's doing at the time. So I'm going Combank, all the safe shares, ETFs, and
blue
then
chip.
Yeah. So dividends. Yeah. Then I'm going to a property advisor. I want to invest in all these up and coming areas. Here's $10 million. So maybe let's say they have 8 properties or 6 properties. So you're getting that rent in.
Yep.
And then. So how much I'm up to?
I don't know, mate.
Mate.
Let's make it up.
Make it up. So let's say I'm up to 40 million, and I'm going.
You got 10 to go.
There's 3 million to me, 3 million to my parents.
Oh, well,
and then people go, why do you go 10 million?
You fucking dog.
You dog.
So I'm going, parents. There you go. There's 3 million, and then I'm probably going. I'm probably investing. I'm probably using about $2 to $3 million investing in myself.
Yep.
So I'm investing in, e.g., full-time masseurs, full-time this, that, and the other.
Yep. So you're still playing AFL?
Still playing AFL.
Yeah.
I'm investing this and that, and then I'd probably buy myself a $5 million house, and then the rest is history. I'm driving Teslas with Elon Musk.
Tesla, that's a go-to. Tesla.
Oh, that's my dream. I drive a Mitsubishi Mirage at the moment.
Yep.
Which isn't the best car. And
good on economy though.
Good on economy, but my future goal is to drive a Tesla.
Yep, mate.
Just because I think they're really, obviously fuel efficient.
Yeah.
And
I fucking love you, mate.
I'm going 24 mil into V-Bucks.
Straight up.
25 mil into FIFA points.
You may pack a 10 of the year.
And I'm spending the remaining...
You still wouldn't pack a 10 of the year.
And I'm spending the remaining one on a Lamborghini Urus and getting it lowered with a nice wrap and a new set of rims.
And then just Chapel Street, chat laps.
Yeah,
chat laps.
I've done a
Couple
few.
of flames
Here
out
go
the
Louis and the
exhaust.
boys.
I've done a few chat laps in the Mississippi Mirage.
Have
I'm
ya?
telling you, you're not getting
Yeah.
good looks.
Right,
From
so
21.
Have you seen my new truck?
Nah.
Oh,
the,
mate, I'll take
la-
you for a spin. I'm gonna get another bench seat in it so we can go three abreast,
yeah, yeah.
and the boys will be fucking
Right.
doing chat laps all day.
when someone first introduced me to chat laps, I reckon there's nothing better than
Nothing better than chat,
Chat
laps.
laps.
Especially if you're an AFL player, you can't fucking drink. Mate, I'm the dickhead in the bar going, you're a prick.
I wish I was here.
him.
I need to take.
Cool. Well, I reckon
Go
we
again.
end it there because our camera's dead. So thanks very much, guys, for listening.
Yep.
Right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Oh, well, and thank you to Jack Higgins as well,
Yeah.
mate. Fucking legend.
Yeah.
We love him, and we're
Yeah.
excited for future podcasts to come. We're going to do more with Higo. So hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you can take something out of it. Cheers, guys. Bye.